Yeah, I've been just figuring out
Okay, we are live.
someone's different. I know we're live. I'm just continuing what we're saying. Yo, yo, yo! Welcome to the Logistics Lounge. Thank you everyone for joining us. We have one of our first guests back on the show today, Mr. Henry Sheldon with FMS TMS. Say that 5 times fast. And we're going to talk about some insurance requirement changes happening in New Jersey. Will it affect all you drivers out there? Who knows? We're going to get into it. Sit back, relax, pop a top, and enjoy the lounge. Hunter, what's up, brother?
What's up, my guy?
Man, another day, more freight. that's
Yeah,
that's what it is. That's what it is, man. How about you?
it's been a good day. Just been working and working on some of those videos from large cars and guitars and making little snippets and you know just put some content out there. But
I know,
uh,
man. You've been pumping them out, bro. Like I see,
dude,
man.
if I'm gonna spend my weekends going to these shows, losing my hearing and putting wear and tear on the old Jeep, then I'm gonna put it. It needs to be worthwhile. But if anybody's watching here, make sure you go to our YouTube channel and check out some of the stuff that we're putting out. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm getting in the groove of it. I'm kind of jealous of the Truck Parking Club guys. They just stay on the road. Like, dude, I was talking to the team and they have been hustling. Like, I'm pretty sure Evan and their one of their other guys, dude, they drove straight through from Miami to Knoxville like day of, and they're like, I think they're going home for the first time in like 2 months, 3 months.
Dude, I believe it. It's freaking nuts. I love that cart that they got, man.
Oh,
That
the
one they
grocery
got.
getter. Oh,
Dude,
oh, oh, their little beep beep, the little
yeah,
Japanese
man. You see,
dude.
you see, freaking Hunter's got it being towed behind the Sprinter van, man.
Dude, that thing's funny. They duct taped their big truck horn. You know the drill with the huge
Yeah.
train horn on it,
Mhm.
dude. Going around menacing people. It has a remote control. Come to find out, and it's
Oh my
hilarious,
god,
man. It's
those
hilarious.
all,
But
all
yeah,
of all of all of them over there are just nutballs, man, nutballs, dude. And Hunter,
have fun with
Hunter,
it.
they do, man. And Hunter takes that shit to the next level. And I don't know where he comes up with the ideas that he comes up with. Just like today, you know what I mean? The one they made about him in the dang flight simulator, man. It's like, golly, where does this guy think of this shit
Dude, everything is truck parking,
at? I know.
which I mean, it's genius, man. He's just got that. He's got the gift of the gab, which
He does for
taking
sure,
notes.
brother. 1,000%. Let's go ahead, show some love to these sponsors. Pay the bills, as they say. Shoreline Capital, that code rolling across the bottom of your screen. Make sure when you sign up, you use that. And as it says, get that first invoice for free. The newest of the new GGO real-time GPS tracking. You really want to see a decline in that freight theft happening out there, you need to get yourself away from that cell-based tracking. Go over to real-time GPS. Updates every 2 minutes. You put in the address for the pickup and the delivery. Build yourself a geofence. Goes outside of those areas, then you get an alert, and amongst many other features.
I got mine in, by the way.
Oh, did you? I wonder if I got mine. I wonder if
Yeah,
I got mine.
dude, look at this,
Did it come
man.
in the
It comes
mail?
with this fancy seat belt for your bag if you need it.
Oh,
Little
dude,
package
nice.
action. Yeah.
I
So
bet.
I'm
I
gonna
bet I
bust.
got mine sitting out there too.
Yeah, I'm gonna bust mine
I
open
wonder.
tonight and see what it's talking about.
Dude, I cannot wait to fucking mail those things to each other,
Oh,
bro.
dude, that's gonna be one of our best segments yet.
That is, dude. That is going to be one of our best segments. We're gonna we're gonna have to figure out a way to do it so it aligns with the days of the show. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll send it out first thing or Tuesday night, so it'll leave when I don't know.
Well, I
Tuesday
mean,
morning.
it can be during the show, and then we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
do little videos and snippets of it.
yeah. Like
Great.
I said, I just need to figure. We need to figure out what day to ship it so we can do it live on the show. That is going to be freaking cool as hell, man.
Yeah.
Good freaking stuff. On to some news. Another update on something we talked about earlier this year. I believe it actually was in January when this bill was first proposed. So, past January, New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy signed into law or the bill S2841-A-4292 requiring heavy duty trucks with a gross vehicle weight above 26,001 pounds to carry a minimum of $1.5 million in liability insurance. This is in case of injury or death of one or more persons in an accident or for damage to any property in an accident. This will go into effect July 1st. So y'all got a little bit over a month to get yourselves in order there in New Jersey. For right now, there is no word on whether this is going to affect interstate carriers. It is just for the ones intrastate and those that are basing their business out of the state that you have to have this 1.5 million. For reference, this is well above the 750,000 double actually of the current federal limit, which most folks out there know that everyone has at least a million. Now, we'll also wait to see whether this will affect or put further push against the talks of increasing limits at the federal level that have been going on the past few years. If y'all remember, another article we touched on was HR 6884, or the Fair Compensation for Truck Crash Victims Act that was introduced in December of 2023. That would increase the minimum insurance requirement at the federal level from 750,000 to $5 million. Absolutely crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. $5 million. Can you just? I know we talked about this. I want to say we may have even had someone that dealt in insurance or knew about insurance on the show at that time when we talked about it because we had mentioned that if that goes into effect, this one or the other one, what it was going to obviously do to expenses and the insurance market and the competitiveness of said market.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's pretty foolish. Who needs that much insurance? Nobody. Nobody. Unless you're running some crazy stuff, but that's just adding another expense to these drivers out here that are just getting absolutely hogwashed. Like it sucks. It sucks.
I'm with you, man. The 1.5, honestly, I mean, even though I know it could add cost, that one I honestly feel that is reasonable if you're going to hike it up. Especially with the accidents that have happened that have caused tons and tons of
Sure.
injuries and loss of life, just like that guy not too long ago on that bridge in I think it was Louisiana. With the fog and stuff. So yeah, this one I think this would be reasonable if this went into effect at the federal level. Like I said, so far it's just for New Jersey. The thing that kind of sucks, like I said, when talking about it or reading the article is, no one knows yet whether it's going to eventually affect interstate. So, but they talked to someone, a lawyer in the state, an insurance guy, who said, man, whether you're interstate or not, you might as well just get it because it's likely that this is just going to be the test run, to make it a requirement for the interstate carriers as well operating in New Jersey. So we'll see what happens, man. See what happens, and take it from there. So you got, like I said, about a month and a half. Carriers, if you're interstate New Jersey or your authorities out in New Jersey, you got to get yourself $1.5 million in insurance by July 1st. That's it. That's all there is to that. I don't know what else to say. It's pretty cut and dry.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't know. Oh man, Mr. Henry the Carney Sheldon.
So you remembered that part of our conversation.
Hunter and I had planned that since your original appearance. Hunter said if he ever comes back on, we are going to do a Carney part to his intro video. And
yeah, man, you're Henry Sheldon. We have to remember, okay? Like, there's no option but to remember. But it's also it's funny.
I love it. At least you did. At least you had the rides and not like the circus or something like that. Because everybody gets the circus confused, So.
I almost put like a carnival music to the man. I should have done that actually.
Oh,
Dang
yeah.
it. I should have just went ahead and done it. I was going to, and I was like, no, I think the Carney little video part is enough. I should have put some carnival music to it. That would have made it all that much better.
I still dream about that music.
He said, wake up in cold sweat sometimes.
Yes, I do. But,
Henry, how have you been, man? How's been life? How's work? How's the company going?
It's going great. I mean, we are, coming. I feel really bad for all the, I call it the recession of 2023, but it let us get it in order, and we're coming into 2024 really strong. Got just revamped software and just I'm exciting times. So we're starting a new rebranding of the software. We're going from freight management systems to freight management software, which is exciting. So that's really cool. But
it is exciting. What we were talking about. Can you guys hear me, by the way? Is my mic low? Is it good? Okay, cool.
No, we hear you, bud.
All right, sweet. But yeah, man, like you're talking about, obviously you have the full service, but to some of these smaller, medium-sized brokerages that might be building their own TMS and whatnot, they have something that they're struggling in. Boom.
Yeah.
FMS tops in.
Yeah, I mean the plan is I guess to get into a little bit of the business part, the plan is what we're doing is we're starting to decouple the TMS a little bit, and we have some really cool products in the TMS, and I've always said, if only if only everybody could just get the pieces that they want, right? So sometimes we get customers coming in, they say, I really love everything, but it's just too big. I'm a two-user company. We're using a smaller TMS. We don't have rating. We don't have quoting, something like that. I wish we had it. Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to start bringing the smaller pieces to the customers. So we started to kind of rolling it out. We have our LTL system coming out in July, and so that's really exciting. And that's going to be the first piece of the whole plan that we're going to be doing the freight management software. So, yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, LTL is definitely pretty tricky to get into without absolutely getting your head ripped off trying to get these contracts written out. But
and we're gonna make it so that people can come in, they instantly have the rates, so that they can start booking, and and then from there they can put any kind of rates that they already negotiated, any tariffs they already negotiated, with it. So
awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. But
I like it, man.
Yeah, the big news we did for TIA was we talked about it last time, is we got the consolidated stuff out. So now you can consolidate loads into one driver. So LTL consolidation, round trip, all of that, right? You have a bunch of loads out there. and you want to give it to one driver, like, a brokerage, you could take these loads, put them, book them on one driver to get one rate agreement, one delivery sheet or dispatch, and and they're moving. They're acting like it's one load, but with the brokers, you're moving multiple loads, and it really improves the margins for the brokers when they want to do that. So
I like that. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty neat, And
yeah,
I like that because it's, I mean, I have situations like that, man. I have a customer where I have loads with them every day, and I use the same driver 5 out of 7 of those days.
yeah,
And well, and I get the loads 3-4 days in advance, but it's just a bunch of separate rate cons, everything like that. But they all pick up and go to and from from and to the same place. So yeah, that's pretty neat, man. I like
yeah,
that. I love the whole a la carte style behind it. You know what I mean? I do. I like that, and that's quite an evolution on y'all's end. There's pretty much when it comes to any platform out there, whether it be a TMS or a WMS or whatever it is, it's all or none. You
yeah,
know, even if you just want, your LTL platform. Oh, well, sorry, you got to buy the whole
Yeah.
shebang.
yeah,
Just,
yeah.
just,
We
just
want it
that
all. We
way.
want truckload and LTL. Now, we're gonna say no, or you got to go to just a TMS that specializes in just that. Yeah, no, and then they don't talk to each other and stuff like that. So and all of it's gonna have with the technical open API, as they do it. So yeah, so it's gonna be pretty cool. But,
Cool, man. Well, before we continue on, Henry, it's been a while since we've had you on.
yeah,
Our audience has grown a little bit, and there's some folks out there that don't know you. Franklin, we're gonna get back into it, brother. We're gonna roll back into what he was saying. So our one and only question really now is who is Henry Sheldon?
well, besides being a carny, so going back, I'm the president CEO of Freight Management Systems, also known as FMS, right? But we were talking about it last time, the first show we were on. The way I got started in logistics is my father and grandfather owned a traveling carnival, and we had our own trucks, and so I learned the trucking business, and spent a lot of time in a lot of truck stops, through that. So when in my early teens and into my early 20s, and I was driving a truck as well, all the way through. How I got into computers, I have no clue, but I did so many years later, and and ended up building software for the trucking and freight brokerage business. So that's what we did, and so it was pretty cool. And we used a lot of power only brokerages back then because we didn't have enough trucks to move all the rides. So we would go through that and to get our rides moved down the road. So yeah.
Well, so you got into the software, Henry, but what branched you out in away from the area that you knew so well, being the carnival stuff? Was it just a natural progression and evolution of yourself, or did you get an opportunity and to move over into the actual freight world like you are now?
Yeah. So when I was doing that, I really didn't love the carnival business. Like once we were set up and working, I didn't love that part. I loved the moving, the moving of the rides and the tear down and the moving over the road. That was the part I always loved. So I went to school, out of high school. I went to school for computer science because I love computers as well. And I came out of school, and there was a guy down here. His name was Bill Velzy. He was actually the founder of Freight Management Systems, and I met him through another company that I started, and he was making freight brokerage software. And we started talking about my background and stuff. He said, "Come to work." I ended up going to work for him, and it was just awesome. I got to be the best of both worlds, right? I got to be in the freight, and I got to be in the brokerage. And eventually, he passed away, and I bought the company from his wife, and that's really how it went. But it was just pretty cool, So but so I love the trucking part, the carnival part. It's a lifestyle, it's definitely not, it's not just a job, it's a lifestyle. So,
I I think we all believe that. I mean,
yeah.
there wouldn't be the stereotype around carnies in the carny life if if it wasn't something something extremely different from what everyone would think. So
Yeah.
absolutely love it,
Yeah.
man. Well, Henry, let's like move, get into some of the deeper parts of freight management, what used to be systems but is now becoming software. I mean, what was the bread and butter, and then kind of move back into and explore a little more deeply where you're going now.
So we have been a software TMS based on brokerage, freight brokerage, um, and we started back in 1991. Um, before, like, again, before I even was out of high school, and it was a DOS based system. Way back, I came in working for Bill. We built the Windows based system, and about 9 years ago, when I took back over the software owner of the software, we just we decided to revamp the software from scratch. So got that done about well, not done. It's never done, but about 3 or 4 years ago we launched it, and it's been going really cool since then. I mean, just a lot. We're just upgrading all of our customers, adding new customers. It's been going really good. We're in that small to mid-sized brokerage range, and we're also getting into that small to mid-size carrier range too now, which is really cool. Like we're adding Motive EOD right now. We have Samsara EOD tracking, stuff like that, right? So won't get into details, but that's where we've always been. And just recently, we have all these integration partners that we do business with and stuff like that, and and it gave us the idea that why can't we provide some of those services that not to take away from our integration partners, but that some of the services our TMS does as our own integration. We can be part of anything that they want, the customer wants to do. And so that's what gave us the idea of like kind of starting to decouple this uh this TMS. So I
That's
see
good. That's
I see Matt Clark says I need to add real time GPS.
Yeah, Matt was a big part of our sponsorship with or partnership sponsorship, however you want to put it, with Gigo. Man, he went to bat for us on that. Just really really push, like, you guys got to do this. We absolutely love Matt. Matt is fantastic. So yeah, he has a very interesting job, to say the least. I won't say what it is on air, but he plays a very interesting role in the logistics world, and
That's
what
awesome.
he's a part of moving would blow your mind. It's really that's really, I mean, not literally, but you would never think about this being something that deals with the logistics, but it
That's what I
is.
love about logistics. I mean, it goes across so many different things. I mean, I never forget. I was talking to one customer, and they were talking about what they were moving, and they were moving bees, and I'm like, bees? What are you
Yes.
talking about? It was a big thing, like they moved the bees around to the different farmers and stuff, and I learned about that. I didn't know that even happened. So
Man, that's cool that you brought that up. I learned about that. Here's my old man coming out, watching a documentary about bees. Like,
yeah,
it just was wild serious, dude. And they actually, a buddy of mine tried getting in with doing this. It just haven't worked out yet. But they move them from place to place around the country all year long to help pollinate
yeah.
crops and another thing, man. It's freaking pretty
Yeah,
pretty interesting, man.
yeah.
That's
I was
so
I was I was prospecting a honey farm, and then they asked me to quote, a truckload of bees. And they said, make sure the truck has bee tarps. I had no idea what bee tarps were. Apparently they use them for trees too, right, Rob? Trees and
Yeah, yeah,
plants.
yeah,
Yeah. So I was just like, okay, maybe this is not my forte.
yeah.
Yeah.
That stuff's pretty. I would say it's pretty specialized because like you can find their loads on the load board. I can't remember the name of the company that does it, but they post their loads on that, and you got to have a bee suit and stuff like that. But we've talked to them, and it's like once you're with them and you have the equipment, the tarps like Hunter talked about, and having the bee suit, like they'll use you consistently as long as you do a good job. And again, it's year-round friggin' work. So yeah, I mean, it's not loads back to back because obviously the bees go and sit for a little bit. But man, it's pretty interesting stuff. Like you said, that the things that logistics touches. Who would have thought about bees, man? Bees, bears, and Battlestar Galactica. I love that. I love that. Rednecks. He said he's hauled bees out of California. Hey, here's a cool one, and we saw this live on the show. Henry, our friend Redneck Trucker, hauled a fighter jet, and yeah,
Really?
a fighter jet show. He sure did, man.
They didn't give him the wings though. They didn't let him haul it with the wings on, and I don't blame him because he was out in the middle of Alabama. Like, you want to see me fly it?
Yeah,
we just
Sure
had
do.
we just had a show here, and two of the planes touched wings. They didn't crash, but they touched wings in the middle of the air. So right there in Fort Lauderdale, it just happened
That's
this last
terrifying.
week.
that's
But
crazy.
that's awesome.
This article link that Matt put, he said that was a rollover of bees. $15 million in bees happened in Maine. That's crazy. $15 million. Holy shit.
Bro, if bees
15 million
if bees went extinct,
I read
the
it
world
wrong.
would die.
Yeah.
I read it wrong. 15 million bees. I'm sorry. I was
15
thinking
million bees. Okay.
That's a
I was gonna say,
lot
that's
of freaking bees, man. Like,
Yeah,
holy
that's a lot.
God.
I'd hate to be that truck driver, dude. If he even
Yeah.
made it, like,
No, that's when you get out of there.
I'd stay in my truck if I could.
Yeah.
I'm not getting out with 15 million bees.
No, man, you got your bee gear. You got your bee gear. You've been fine.
Yeah,
You're trying
15
to
million
put
of
that.
those.
That goes back to that. That goes back to the insurance that you guys were talking about. How much, how much insurance you need to clean that one up?
That's a good. I want to know how much a truckload of bees is worth. To be honest with you,
Yeah, what the minimum insurance is.
Yeah, like what is a truckload of bees worth, man? That's something that's intriguing. That would be intriguing to find out, man. But
we just added, or we're not didn't add yet. We're about to add an integration with where they can buy insurance per load. I love that part of it.
Oh,
and to me that makes way more sense. Let the shipper decide how much insurance that they need, on those trucks, and then you can buy the extra insurance per the load. So that's just one thing I heard, when you guys were talking about the insurance. So
no, that's also very very cool, Henry. I've actually had a few instances with some seafood shipments that we had to get insurance rider policies. I mean, like I mentioned talking about the news. The standard right now is $1 million and a truckload of seafood. I had one. It was like 3.8 or $4 million, something like that. So
yeah.
I mean, we had to get that. And I'll tell you, man, as someone that's never had to do that, like it's easy to find it online, but when you're under a crunch, man, it sucks that you don't have someone that can really refer you to anyone, right off the bat. And those policies can be expensive and you can easily get taken advantage of on those things. Can you say who you're partnering with on that, Henry?
Logistic.
Oh, cool. I heard of them. I don't know if that's who I went through or not, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, they're good company, really good company, and they we have some of our clients now that use them, and then so we're just going to make it easy for them to go ahead and just right from the software, buy it per truckload. Yeah, no, that sort of thing.
That's pretty neato bandito, man. Dude, what did you do? Did you buy your staff like a pallet of freaking Red Bull and like focus pills or something and said, I need 100 ideas by daylight. you guys you guys have just expanded, man, so much on from where we had talked last August or September
Yeah.
to now. And I remember the conversations of part of why it took us a while to get you back on is you kept saying, man, I got these updates coming. Just let me get these updates. I got some things going on. And I'm like, Henry, you're fucking stalling, man. And dude, here it is, man. Man, the people ask and Henry delivers.
It's really my opinion is I always say this, and when it comes to internally or externally, and I might have said it before, business moves at the speed of trust. And I get my customers, my customers trust by just delivering what they need. And that's hard. It's hard to do. But it's all about my staff. I have people that are with me for years, not months, and they're just incredible people. And I know you hear that a lot from a lot of different companies, but these people are just they're hard workers, and they love what they do. Most people that work for us, especially on the operations side, are from some kind of trucking, right? Whether it's driving or or the brokerage side or whatever, that they're from that trucking. But then the programmers also. When I bring a programmer on, we don't train just like, oh, here's what to do. The first thing we do is we train them what logistics is about, what trucking is about, because not all programmers, of course, know that. But when you get into the logistic world, which we're all into, it's freaking exciting. What all this stuff that we do, and that's what programmers love, to solve problems. Well, logistics is nothing but problems. I mean, that's all you guys do every day is solve problems. And
Constant problems.
Yeah, and when we can help do that as programmers, hell, that's what we live for. And so it's easy to challenge the programmers, and when you have that aligned with the focus and the trust of the customers telling you what they need, yeah, we get moving, and it's busy, but it's fun. We get to deliver a lot of stuff. So yeah.
So the truth finally came out, and Henry tried to hide it, of why he truly got deeper into logistics. Is it was job security and financial security. He said, man, this industry's so messed up, there's always going to be something I got to fix. he said the carnival industry's been broken. Ain't nothing I can do to help that shit.
That's been broken for a long time. That's true. Might be something I could fix in logistics.
I like that within what you, well, first let me back up. I love your speed of trust thing. I do remember you mentioning that, and that is a very, very good thing in this industry to try to accomplish, or a very hard thing, I'm sorry, to try to accomplish in this industry, whether it be a broker with a shipper, broker with a carrier with a broker, whatever it is, and a lot of folks, they try to rush things and feel that, oh, hey, it's all about my price or my timing, and do I do this and do that, and the best relationships, come are finalized once you gain the trust of someone. I was talking to a customer of mine today that they referred me to somebody, man, and it didn't work out. And that person is like, man, I'm sorry, Rob, I really thought that I could trust them, with you. And he's like, that's just not the way it is. And we started talking about that, like, why him and I do good business together is because we have trust. And
right.
We were talking about, it's unfortunate that person couldn't get to the level to be trustworthy and do good business and stuff. And I think that's super important. And secondly, the fact you said the word challenge, that is, I like how you phrased that. Not full of problems. We need to start doing that. Replace the word problem in our industry with challenge. Man, I had so many damn challenges today. but it's again, it's another very true word that we come across and deal with every day, whether we think about it, there's always something challenging in logistics. Logistics is nothing really but a challenge. How do you get something from A to B, on time, in great condition, for the right price, and along the way you find new things to deal with. And to bring it back to you, the way y'all are approaching these challenges with your new rollout, Henry, of doing stuff a la carte and trying to be a better tool for people, I think that's great. And I know that you are aware also the service that you're going to do to your customers' pocketbooks by allowing them to just pick the things that they need and save by just using freight management software.
That's true, and that's really, I mean, hey, there's in the industry has always been the big players, right? And you have, but the small 5 to 10, users in an office, people in an office, how much freight they use, that's 90% of the market out there. That's not, yeah, you got the big players that we all hear about, but most of the freight is getting moved by the small businesses. And to me, I've always understood small business. When you get into the big business, that's where things get confusing to me. So, let's bring value to the small business. And how do you bring value to small business? You let them pick and choose what they need a la carte, and you let them, have but solve the problems that they need, because that's the only way they can compete with the real large companies that can throw money at it, right? And so it's just makes sense, and that's where we've been in that market for a long time, and that's where I want to bring value. A lot of these TMSs just keep adding and adding and adding to the point where the small business can't afford them anymore. That's not where I want to be. I'm going to break it back down, let them afford at the pieces they need.
Yep. And like you were saying before, it doesn't always make sense. If you're running a 2-person operation, you don't need all the bells and whistles. You just need to make sure that you can have a place to, track your loads, do some billing if need be. Like, it's crazy. Because I mean, that's even like, like Rob was saying, it's TMS, it's CRMs, like it's everything. You have to get it all or nothing. And then most of the time, if you try to go outside of that, you're getting a crappy product. But
yeah, it's crazy. And to know that and also so brokers need technology, carriers need technology today.
Oh yeah.
Right? You go to like the TIA show, which we just got done with about a month ago. You walk in there and you see 96% of those booths are technology. And you might have one that's a factoring company or insurance company, but then the rest is technology. And just, I mean, and out of those, they're TMSs or add-ons to the TMSs, and it's just your eyes gloss over, So it'd be really nice to have one place, like a marketplace, to come find the little pieces that you need, and or the larger TMS if you need it, So that's where we want to go. That's our plan.
So Henry, are you? How can I say this? I mean, I'm pretty sure you answered this when we were backstage, but what is the direction with how you're offering these systems in the means of integration? Are you guys looking to be the main platform and then have other things integrated if they need it, or can your customer have another platform for one thing and then have what they need from you integrate with that platform? Where's the direction and stance on that right now?
No, so all of our pieces are going to have what's called an open API, so we can integrate with any TMS that will integrate with us. And we're also trying to set up. We can't do it on all the software, but on some of the software we're going to try to make it so that it's anonymous, so that integrating with another TMS, we don't know the customer, because some TMSs might have reservations about integrating with our software, knowing that we have a TMS as well. But we're going to try to limit that concern for them, but that's where we're going to go. So we're very integrated. You have another TMS and you need to add our stuff. We're very integrated, add-on. But a lot of our software is going to be standalone too. So for example, you have a full truckload TMS. It works great. Smaller TMS, but you don't have an LTL. Well, our LTL TMS, part of our TMS is going to be able to work standalone if you want it. So you can do LTL here, and you can do use your TMS over here. If you want rating or quoting or stuff like that, you can also do them, individual. So you can kind of like bring these pieces out. We're not trying to replace the TMS, of anything like that. We're just going to be add-ons for them, and we're going to start breaking some of our fringe pieces, that not necessarily the core of our TMS, but like the quoting and stuff like that. That's where we're going to have.
So with your LTL system, because I've been a part of setting up kind of an LTL process for a brokerage that I was working with, and
Mhm.
it's kind of difficult. Like Roadrunner started up. Shit, what's it called? Can't remember the name of the TMS, but they gave you the option to go in there and get contracts with the various LTL providers, and then they give you contact information if it was more of a regional carrier. Do you guys already have those contracts set up with pricing available and everything, or is it something that you'll have some of the bigger guys set up, and then if you already have contracts with an LTL carrier, you can bring that over and implement it into the system?
So both. So we have partnerships that are gonna. So we have a couple of different partnerships. One, the partnership that we're going to be bringing on is going to give you blanket rates. You can pay ahead of time, credit card kind of thing. So that way, there's no credit checks. Another partnership we have is you do have to go through a credit check, and you're going to have blanket rates. So that way, you can start being competitive and moving LTL right away, right? But then from there, the way you make money on LTL is, it's all about volume, right?
Right.
So the way you make money by LTL is either going through another brokerage that can give you that volume, that can get low enough so you can move that freight. But better yet, having your lanes that know that they're moving, mandatory lanes that that you can bring and get the lowest price that you can on those lanes. So those are direct relationships with the carriers. So of course you're going to be able to bring those in as well. And then when you're looking for the best price, you're gonna be able to see your own negotiated tariffs, but you'll also be able to see it with other, LTL brokers. And sometimes they beat you, So it's that's the goal, and so that way you can move the LTL the best price.
Gotcha. So are you guys? So is it going to be? And I don't. You don't have to answer this if you don't want to. But I've seen it before. The more people that are using FMS's LTL system, the better pricing that it gives to the whole.
We're
The
not
whole.
we're not doing the shipping. No,
Okay.
we're not becoming the broker.
Okay. So it's just a,
We're
a platform
no,
for it.
no, we're not taking that on. We're a software company, and we're not going to compete with you. So at all, we're never going to be in cahoots with any kind of brokerage or anything like that. It's going to always be, as a software company, again, where you can come, one place you can trust us.
Right.
That's the goal. That's one. So.
Okay. Yeah, I knew you guys weren't running anything, but I was just saying, like, if I sign up and Rob signs up and you know old Gary over there signs up, all of our stuff that gets ran together, under FMS would kind of mold the pricing. But I
Yeah.
get what you're saying.
Kind of, yeah. Kind of, I know what you're talking about. Like, kind of like a co-op style. The more
Yeah. Yeah.
people you get involved in it, the more you can go to the LTL people and say, hey, P1 is an example of that. Like, they
That's
get a
what
bunch of
P1 does.
people,
Yep.
yeah, sign up for their platform, and they use that
Yeah.
with the carriers. Say, hey, we got 10,000 people on here that are going to have access to your stuff.
Yep.
You give us better rates and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, I get
Yeah.
that, man.
There's a lot of them out there. Blue Grays.
Yeah.
They've been doing that for years, and that's their key is to move that
Gotcha.
LTL freight. So yeah.
Yeah, that LTL stuff is it's a pain, man. And I'm not a fan of it, and I think and learning more and more about it, it's I know that it's because I've never been able to do it at a volume level. I've gotten customers that they ship mainly partials or truckload. They just ship a little LTL here, or it's a customer just ships 2 or 3 LTL shipments a month at different times. And, LTL is one of those things you can make really good margins on it, or you can make not so good margins on it. And from my experience, a lot of time it's been the latter, because most people that do LTL, they are really, really, really concerned about price, because they're only shipping a little bit of product out. You know what I mean? So yeah, and my only experience as far as a TMS with LTL is it's been two different things. I've had to go to someone else's platform, book the load on there, and then put it into my own TMS, and so you're checking two different damn systems, and obviously that's the thing that you're helping to avoid. And it's a headache in any sense, man, when you have to use multiple systems. So that's one thing that is pretty decent about the TMS we use, is we're able to integrate some things into it, although I don't like the way the integrations happen, because the format that our TMS is in is like fucking Windows 95 kind of stuff. And so all the integrations, no matter how high tech they are, come through with some Windows 95 style crap. So,
right.
Whatever, neither here nor there. So that's good, man. I said it before, but this is, I like where you're going with this, Henry, man. All this time waiting for what you were talking about, making us wait for these updates and these new rollouts, man. It's definitely been worth it, like wholeheartedly, to talk to you, which I know, you guys have obviously been in business for a very, very long time, but this is, I wouldn't say a drastic shift, but a fairly drastic shift, in your business model and your offerings to customers, man. It really is. And a lot of companies that are been around as long as y'all have, they have a big problem with change. You know what I mean? They stay in there. I was watching this show last night, matter of fact, on Netflix. It's called The Gentleman. And in the final scene, one of the final scenes, the lady's talking about her father and why he never expanded their business. And she was talking about golden gooses. And that, once you get a golden goose, as long as it's laying the eggs, you're happy. You don't care. And you don't think about, man, how can I get more golden gooses? You know what I mean? So a lot of people get stuck in that. Man, I love that. That was a really good analogy. I can't believe I was able to use that. That's 24 hours. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Netflix.
Need more golden gooses.
So, man, that's cool, man. And applause to you, Henry, man.
Thank you for
freaking taking that, dude. And I like the new branding and stuff, man. When I went to y'all's site, and I haven't been there, in a few months, and I was like, man, this is different. And even the name, man, like that was the first thing that I noticed. And Henry had fucked with me, because I'm saying, listen, this is why, because I'm like, this whole time I've been calling it Freight Management Systems. I was like, holy crap, have I been pronouncing this man's company's name wrong this whole time? And then when you came on and said, yeah, I don't know if you noticed, we changed it, my brain went, okay, good.
No, we go by either now. They love those DBAs now. We're still FMS.
So what do you have anything else in the works? Like, is this where you're at right now, the things you're rolling out, is that the current stopping point for you, or do you have many more things that you still have that you're working on behind the scenes to continue improving this new rollout, the new updates?
So we're on a 3-year plan to get these pieces out, and I can't give out all the information about what we're going to be rolling out right now, but there's a lot of software in the works right now. So we're going to, over the next year, you're going to see a rollout. So LTL is the first piece, and then there's going to be all these other pieces that are coming out. So we are working with a lot of developers to get this stuff out, and so and it's simultaneous development. So I as it comes out, we're going to be really rolling. But at the same time, saying this, it's not like we're stopping on our TMS either. So our TMS is getting stronger and stronger. So for example, we just rolled out the consolidation model on our TMS. So you can take, many different loads and you can consolidate them put one carrier on them. So it's a manifest consolidation. Only a few TMSs that I know of can even do this, and most of them are on the asset-based side, where they're trying to do LTL consolidation, that sort of thing. But we just introduced it on the broker side. So imagine as a broker, you have a round trip, couple loads that you can put together, consolidate on a round trip, give it to one carrier, and have one rate agreement, one delivery, one dispatch to them. That's it's going to increase the margins. The carriers are going to want to use you because you can get them to where they need to go, and they don't even know that it's a round trip most of the time, or two different loads. I mean, it's most of the time. So so we just released that in our TMS model, for example. So we're doing a lot.
Yeah, I love it. So what do y'all have like a tentative timeline for each new thing? Like, are y'all going to try to do every 6 month type deal, or just once a year, make sure that you have one little box off your plan checked off?
Yeah. So depending on the software, and as we get more rolling into this feature, the LTL piece is a big piece. We've been working on this now for, almost a year, right? So in July 1st is the plan for it to come out. So that's the first huge piece that's going to come out. Right after that, we are planning an October release of the next piece of software. And then, right around the 3 to 6 month piece mark, that we're going to be rolling out all the other software that's on our original plan. It's a 3-year time limit, or not limit, time frame that is our goal to get out all the software on our list, and I'm hoping we can do it. But it's going to be pretty cool, And then I'll open it up. We're also looking for investors and stuff like that too. So if anybody out there is looking, not an M&A guy, I don't want to sell, but we are looking for investors in this too. So
hey, one thing that I haven't thought about until now, are you don't have to answer it, but
right.
Do you have any idea, or have you thought about integrating some kind of verification or validation, like for carriers or brokers, into your TMS? That's a big thing right now. A lot of companies, or some softwares out there that help us, as brokers and carriers, and even some shippers, vet the people that they're doing business with and giving loads to. Is that something that you've thought about at all? Like, you put it in, seeing it, boom, pulls up their information and stuff about,
Yeah. So 100% I've thought about it. There's some companies doing it really well right now. Freight Validate. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're doing awesome at it. It's not. I'm looking at more the little bit bigger of a piece on that. The onboarding, and then Freight Validate might be a piece of that, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So in our TMS, we've already talked to Dale over there, at Freight Validate. We're planning on bringing that in as an integration. We just haven't had time to do it yet. But so that's where we're going with that.
Yeah, we love Mr. Prax. He is a great person, man. We talked to him just the other day, matter of fact. Yeah. He's going. You've got to come to the Broker Carrier Summit in October. He's going to be there, man. He's been at the past few. I think he's been at all of them. So I mean, him or whatever. But dudes, you've got to come. There's going to be so many of us there. Hunter and I, and Dell, and Jeff Dickinson, Dan Lindsay. Like, I'm sure all these people. So it's going to be a good time, man. And you could come and listen to some of the issues, even though it's for brokers and carriers. I'm sure there's going to be things said that are going to be
information that goes right back into it.
Yeah, that's my world. I said when it was in Tampa, I wanted to get there, and I just had something going on that weekend. So 100% that my goal is to start getting to the summit. So I know it's getting bigger, and every time, so it's gonna. I'm excited about it. I'm gonna try to go this next time.
Yeah, we're gonna remind you, Henry. It'll be fun, man.
Yeah,
It'll be fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be really cool. You guys gonna do some live shows there?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
We're gonna do some stuff from there, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
Yeah.
super fun. This one, good thing about these all being new, which not saying that you can't change things all the time, but is Dan Lindsay and all the people that are associated with it, like they're changing something every single show and making something better, or I should say every event, and they're adding stuff and adding people to it to obviously continue to bring more value and really make the event all that Dan has dreamed it up to be. So and this one there's from what the things that just we know, there's this one's going to be way even better and have much more to offer than the previous events, and hopefully Hunter and I and the Logistics Lounge are going to get to be a part of that. So
That's awesome.
yeah, man, yeah,
That's
these
awesome.
they're really cool, man. We yeah, freaking phenomenal. We were trying to go the one in April, but we had Matt's at in March, and so that was our travel fund for the quarter.
Yep.
So
I hear you.
that
You got to pick and choose. I wish I could do them all. Yeah, no, but yeah.
Yeah, we too, man. We know some folks that we were talking about them backstage, man. Truck parking club, like, or actually when we came on the show, that's all they not all they do, but man, they have someone that travels to every single event that you can think of. It's absolutely crazy, man. Like Hunter said, if they're going to go home for like first time in a couple months, man. Like that's like being a damn
They're
OTR.
straight up road dogs, dude. They get after it.
Fuck yeah, man. It's absolutely
That's
crazy.
the way to do it, though. That's the way to
Yeah.
do it. Go to where the truckers are.
I don't think my kids would like that.
They'd probably love it.
They might. My wife really wouldn't. The kids wouldn't mind.
Oh, you being gone. I was about to say, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, if I brought them with me,
loud trucks.
he gets to stay out of school and come with me to all the events.
That's all you'd have to say. You don't have to go to school. There you go.
Yeah.
Boom. They're good.
There you go.
Like, we're coming, Dad. Yeah. Don't you worry. We'll even help you carry your bags.
Yeah, they would. So.
Oh, all right. We got to make it a semi short show tonight because Hunter has some things he has to do, but we are going to check back in with you later this year, and after Broker Carrier Summit, we're going to have you back on since the LTL platform will be rolled out. Right. You'll have some time in service with that to update us a little bit on it, tell us how it's going, maybe some changes that have taken place during the first few months, and that should be around the time you're going to roll out your next feature and stuff too. So maybe we'll get to talk about both of those things a little more in depth, and yeah. That'd be cool, Henry. I mean, the term wasn't coined when you were on, but you are, like we said, one of the OG lounge lizards. Like, I mean, so like you were a lounge lizard before being a lounge lizard was even a thing. You just didn't know it.
I've heard I've been the lounge lizards before. So. That's awesome. That's awesome.
You're man, we know you're busy and stuff, but anytime you want to just hop on, even before we reach out to you, just let us know, Henry. You always got a place here. You've been fantastic to us, man. Really shown us some support, especially there at the beginning of things, as Hunter said during our dumpster fire stage. Humster, that's a new name for you, bro. Humster the Freight Hound. Dude, that has so many. Oh my gosh. Oh, bro, I love that one. Henry, do you have any exiting comments, questions, concerns, updates? Make sure you give yourself a good plug too.
Well, I just, I always enjoy being on here with you guys. It's the Freight Lounge is awesome. One of my favorite podcasts. So, so thank you. But no, I mean, the plug, is just doing the right thing, out there. Just, as so many software vendors are out there, it's sometimes you find a good one, sometimes you don't. And they really just always want to push the features, to me, I want to, it's not just the features, it's the service too. What we bring. So what we try to do is listen um, to what, I don't know if I told you this, but I do every single demo out there so if somebody comes in, I don't care if you're 2 users, 3 users, as long as I'm not on vacation, I'm doing the demo. And because it's part of, no matter how many employees I have or how big I get, it's part of the listening, and trying to and really finding out what my customers like, what they don't like, and developing that trust. So that's what we do, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. So that's freight management systems, and if there's anything that you guys need software wise, check us out. So
cool. And Henry, we need you to get together or get us a lounge code. We just rolled out our website, and we're making that thing better every day. But one of the deals that we're working on with our IT guy is a homies page. It's going to be folks that we've had on the show that have a product or a system or something that shows us good support. So we want to in turn show them some support. So most codes obviously have the word lounge in them, or all of them. So, think of a code, man, whether it be 10% off something or a first month free on a certain deal, but,
okay,
come up with a code, man, and
all
send
right,
it to us. So we can put you on our website, man, and help any way we can. So
well, I
that's
love
that.
it.
Yeah, that's really all we need from you, man. And just your continued support, hop in and comment on some stuff, like, share, follow, or you already follow, but all that kind of stuff, man.
Yeah.
That's about it. Hunter, what about you, brother? Any exiting comments, questions, concerns, updates?
Henry, good to see you as always, brother.
Yeah.
Love what you guys got going on, and can't wait to see where it goes. Yeah, are you on X, Twitter?
Yeah, we're on it. We're on it. The FMS Freight Management Systems. We're on it. I think our LinkedIn is the most popular, or what we do the most. But but we're definitely on all of it. X and Instagram, all of it.
Yeah, Adam is the one I was telling you. He built his own TMS.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, might be a good little collaboration there. But
Yeah.
as always, thank you everybody for watching. Once again, be sure to go check out our website. Go check out our YouTube. The website is logisticsloungeshow.com, and our YouTube is just the Logistics Lounge. Posting up some new videos every day, and yeah, that's where you'll catch a lot of our content, including this show. So that's all I got. See y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, it's all I got to. Go ahead and get this spinal sponsor break, and then we're going to bid all of you adieu. Lovely, dude. I cannot wait until I get my tracker. As soon as we get off here, I'm gonna go and see if my tracker is.
I'm actually going to make a live unboxing video that I will be posting on our YouTube today or tomorrow. So stay tuned for that.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I already opened it up, bro. This thing is like this small. Like it's
that's sweet, bro. That's sweet.
It's no clunky devices. It is smaller than your cell phone.
I like that, dude. That's freaking awesome. Heck yeah. What the heck is going on, man? I don't know what that that was, dude. Like I was clicking on the Shoreline video when I'm
That's
telling
what we
you,
call technology Rob moments
no,
right
bro. I'm
there.
telling you, my little menu over here on the side, dude. It has been glitching forever. I don't know what is going on with this thing. Anyway,
Blame the solar flares. That's what I've been
yeah.
doing.
So there you go.
Any technical difficulties, solar
Damn,
flares.
damn solar flares, man. All right. Well, we're gonna mosey on along and go enjoy the rest of our evening, and we hope you all do as well. So I always say, chunk them deuces, Mr. Hound. Roll that beautiful bean footage.